The Internship is a film that I think came at the right place and time for me. I saw this film around my early to mid-teens, and I think it perfectly plays into that demographic right in the line of humour that appeases both that of the childish and adult playing directly to the adolescent crowd. The film follows two outdated sales reps played by Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, and after they are laid off from their jobs, they apply for internships at Google and compete to win a chance of working for the company. The film is a comedy, and for the most part it succeeds at being that. Most of the heavy lifting is carried by Vince Vaughn for me personally, as I love his style of delivery with 100 words a minute and you never really know what he's going to come out of his mouth. When he has the chance to improvise, which seemed like there was a lot in this film, is where he really gets to shine, and he has some great chemistry with Wilson, and when it's just the two of them, I think this is where the film really gets going. I believe the largest problem with the film is how it relies on so many cliches of the genre. I don't have a problem with them using cliches because they are that for a reason and they do work, but this film has so many. In the film, they're all in a team of underdogs. There's an antagonist who's British and believes he's better than them. The main love interest for Wilson's character is a workaholic who doesn't have time to date, but then the right man comes along. Their boss doesn't believe in them but is surprised with their work ethic. The Asian intern is academically pressured by his parents. The underdogs come up on top. There is a second act low point where the group breaks up and then makes up and works together as a team. The uptight teens need to learn how to chill out and have fun from their wiser older members, and I could go on, but we would be here all day. Now these are things that I would say annoy me, but I kind of choose to ignore them as I just have so much fun with this film. It feels like it's just one fun summer and you're along for the ride with these characters as they grow and form bonds. It has this nice warm and bright colour palette that's just inviting and clean and clinically shot. There isn't really a style to the visuals and could have been shot by anyone, but I'm not really going into this film to be blown away visually. I want a fun and entertaining film that makes me laugh and feel good, and this is exactly what I get watching this film. The film also feels a little risque as it's a certificate 12 in the UK, but I definitely feel like it's riding the line very closely and doing everything they can without getting a 15, as the film is crude and crass in its humour, and there's a sequence in the film that takes place in a strip club. This move to a 12 rating came from the studio to make it more accessible and financially profitable, with the writers and producers, including Vince Vaughn, wanting this to be a 15 or 18 rated film, so at times the film does feel a little reserved and contained. This may have also been due to the filmmakers being given full range of Google and their products, so they probably had certain things they did and didn't want to be associated with, as this would reflect on their brand. I know a lot of people on release believe this film to just be a 90-minute commercial for Google, but if this was meant to make you work at Google, it doesn't do the best job, as many of the characters who work there are antagonistic and self-indulgent, and the competition aspect of the internship seems toxic and unprofessional. And that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this film and why I enjoy it, as it's such an enigma, and every time I watch it, I can't work out why this film was made. It was about 6 years too late on the Vince Vaughn Owen Wilson comedy duo train, and then they work for a company most people use but hate as business practices, and then was forced into the wrong certificate bracket. But I'm so glad it was made, as it's always a nice pick-me-up if I'm having a bad day, and I'd put this film on and it just kind of cheers me up. So if you're looking for a fun time, you don't need to look any further. But that's just my opinion. Feel free to place yours in the comments below, and tune in each week for new episodes.